Welcome, Center County families. It's Todd Costello from RE/MAX Center Realty. It is February of 2025. Time for this month's monthly value message. This month, the topic is for sellers as we come into the selling season in 2025. I think it's a mindset that I don't think many sellers consider when they're selecting the agent that they're going to work with. So I wanted to point out a few things just for a big picture mindset for sellers to assist you in making the right agent selection for 2025. So we're going to start at the whiteboard. The first thing I've noticed in the last few months, after 30 years of doing this, the number of expired listings is increasing. And an expired listing is when you hire a realtor, you sign a listing contract with them, and they put your house on the market, and the property doesn't sell during the term of that listing contract, then the listing contract expires. And that's an industry term for properties that didn't sell. And as I see those expired listings increase, when I see the increase in the average days on market, I think it's an important reminder for sellers to understand some of these things when they're choosing the agent to successfully sell their home. So let's jump in. First point I want to make, there's 3 points I want to make, is I just took a sampling of the demand rate. This data is taken from the Center County Association of Realtors for the 4 school districts I track: State College, Bellefonte, Bald Eagle, and Penns Valley. So the demand rate, that's the ratio of active buyers to sellers, in May of 2024 was 113%. And then the previous 3 years, demand in 2023, 136%, in 2022, 281, 217. The point being that demand for houses from May of 2022 to May of last year went down 60%. So that's important. Mortgage, the cost of money for the buyers. In May of last year, it was 7.125% approximately for a 30-year mortgage. 3 years before, money cost half as much. So I say awareness and understanding matter. Does the demand rate affect the price of your home? Yes, it does. Does demand rate and mortgage rates affect how long it's going to take to get a buyer for your home? Yes, it does. Does the demand rate affect what terms you're going to get from a buyer in an offer? How many contingencies they're going to have? Home inspection contingencies, mortgage contingencies? Yes, it does. So macro market conditions matter, and the volatility we can see in a 24-month period. I just want sellers to understand that you need to align with an agent that at least is aware of this and understands it and how it's going to affect you when you're setting your expectations. So that's just a simple mindset that supply and demand, the cost of money, are going to affect you. And your agent needs to understand that when helping you set goals. Number 2, selling your home, that's your goal, versus listing your home. Is that the agent's goal? It better not be. What do I mean? Well, if you could take a pill and have your home sell and close on the date you want it to close at a price that you find acceptable. If you can take a pill and get that accomplished, you would do that every time. So you want to sell your home. When I'm in a situation over 30 years and sellers are interviewing realtors for the job of selling their home, you get a situation possibly that you're interviewing multiple agents, and maybe the agents, they're like, well, I want to secure the listing. So if your goal is to sell the home, but their goal is to list your home, those two goals do not align. Because to list your home, you may be conveyed, oh, you know what, I think the list price could be a little bit higher. I think the commission could be a little bit lower. Because if your goal as a realtor is to list the home, well, if you give lower commissions and higher recommended list prices, you might list more homes, but that's not going to accomplish your seller's goal, because their goal is to sell the home. So you have to align with an agent that is going to talk to you honestly about the overall market conditions and how it's going to affect the probability of the sale and the time probability of the sale. That's very, very important. So you don't want to align with an agent whose goal is to list your home. I'm never going to talk to you about listing your home because you'd rather take a pill and be done with it. I'm going to talk to you about what we need to do to sell your home, period. Finally, just the understanding of what a big decision you're about to make. If you're a buyer, you're a first-time buyer, the average sales price in that 4 school district market that I tracked in 2024 was $405,000. You're buying your first home. That's a ton of money. The total transaction value is nearly $500,000. Suppose you live here. You own a home and you want to upsize. You're selling a $450,000 home and you're going to buy a $650,000. That's $1.1 million in transaction value. And go further. You're selling for $650,000 and you want to upsize to a $950,000. That's $1.6 million. I understand the value and the importance of the decision you're going to make. So when you're selecting a realtor, you want to align with an agent that understands what a big deal this is for you and your family. This is not a game. This is not a dog and pony show. You need to have an agent that understands and tracks the market and has the experience to interpret it for your best interest, honestly and clearly up front, so you don't have drama after you hire the agent. So that's this month's message. I just want you to have a clear understanding of some of the things that are important when selecting a realtor. Otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in. Share this with a friend or a family member or a coworker who you know is going to go to market this year, and give them this benefit of these mindsets. If you have any questions, you can reach out. Contact me at toddcostello.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next month.